Very easy recipe. It's called Kadhi in India, and it's basically you use gram flour and all these spices and onions. I have here onions, uh, some grated ginger, freshly cut red pepper, and some dry red chilies. Also, here is my spice box, and I'll show you what are the spices that I'm going to use in this box, from this box. Is to prepare a mixture of curd and the gram flour. So basically, so what I'm doing here is I'm taking some gram flour, 3 tablespoons of gram flour, and then I'm going to mix curd in equal ratio, or if you want you can even put like, if you want you can put definitely 3 spoons of curd, and even more than that, maybe 4 or 4.5 should be good. That's what I'm doing. One, always nice to put a little bit more, but you can't put say like 3 tablespoons of gram flour and 8 tablespoons of curd. That's gonna just mess it up. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding some water in it so that I could just mix them well, and slowly and gradually you start stirring it until you find that all the gram flour mixes well with the curd. So as you all see that now my flour and the curd are almost mixed, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add from my spice box a little bit turmeric in this. So you know, this small spoon, I'm going to add say one small spoon of color here right now. It's a little bit yellow, and I want to add a little bit more turmeric. Too yellow, but also you don't want it to be too pale, because turmeric is what will give it a yellow color. And now it's almost ready, it's almost mixed, and now we go to the cooking part. So to cook, I have my pot with me. Just switch on the stove. I'm just heating the pot. And I recently started cooking in ghee. I don't use a lot of ghee because just a small amount is enough to give a lot of flavor to your food. If you are too concerned about your putting on weight, then I recommend after eating some ghee, do like 50 sun salutations. So my oil is ready, my ghee is ready. It's pretty hot now. Now I'll put the spices in it. So before we go any further, I just want to check whether it's not too hot, because it may burn my spices. So I'm just putting one grain of it's called jeera. Cumin seed. One cumin seed. And it's a little bit hot, so I'm just reducing the flame. And now I'll put all my spices. So I'm going to put some rye. What do you call rye in English?
Mustard.
Some mustard seeds. Some cumin seeds. Little bit, little bit curry leaves. They give a lot of flavor to your food. And then I'll put some dry chilies. Just shake it. Increase the flame a little bit. Yeah, you can ask.
If we don't have the red chili, do you think it's optional?
Yeah, this red chili is optional. This dry red chili is totally optional. It's not gonna cook. And similarly, the onions are optional. For people who don't eat onions, it's fine if you don't go with onions. Then I'm putting the onions. So as you see, friends, that I put not a lot of ghee, not a lot of spices, little bit, go in moderation, and everything should work fine. And the most important part in all this, I'm putting now the fresh chili in this. So I'll just add a little bit, just this much, just a pinch of it, not even one teaspoon, just a pinch of it. It's totally optional. If you want to add, you add. If you don't want to add, just skip it. They are really coming out. So once I see that all my spices are in, and you don't want to cook it too long with the spices, because if it burns the spices, then the taste is not that good. So now I'm putting my mixture, the yogurt, the basin, the gram flour with water and turmeric. Increase the flame and bring this mixture to boil. You can add water because the mixture is going to be very thick. And I'm just adding. If you want this to be thick, you can add less water. If you want it to be thin, you can add more water. It's entirely your choice. What I did, that I wanted neither too thick nor too thin. So yeah, sorry for.
So Anurag, what will we have along with this curry?
So definitely rice will go very well with this curry. Just boiled rice should be fine with this curry. And yeah, or you can just drink it as a soup itself. So if you see, friends, my curry is a little bit thick. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more water to make it to correct consistency. And the flame is running at full right now, because I want to bring it at a boil, and then I'll add the grated ginger, some salt. As you see, friends, my curry is coming to a boil now. The consistency is nice. And so now just two more things that I need to add in this. In fact, three more things that I need to add in this. I'm going to add salt. That's totally to your taste. And grated ginger. I can smell the ginger, the flavor of the ginger. You're gonna add a little bit lime juice so that it has a tangy flavor. Maybe 1, 2, and 3. That should be good. And now what we're going to do is, all our spices are in. The idea would be to close the lid and let it cook on steam at a slow flame. Because since this pot is not very big, so if I cook it on a high flame with the closed lid, it will just start coming to the top, boiling to the top, and then it will just flow out from the pot, and it will just create a mess around. And this should be, if you cook it on a medium flame for 5 to 10 minutes, this should be good enough to eat. And so guys, it has been now 10 minutes since I have been cooking this thing on a low flame. So all the spices are being cooked, and it smells really nice. And if you look at the consistency, it's neither too thick nor too thin. And enjoy it with rice. Before I leave, for today, I must say that I have put a little more spices because I like my food to be more spicy. But you can go very mild on spices, especially the chilies. It is being cooked, and it would be done by Mr. Vijay, who is a PhD in IEOR, Industrial Engineering and Operations Research. So please, sir, and let us know how is it.
So this one. It's quite nice. It's very good. It's a sensory explosion in my mouth. I like it very much.